Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. This is Transformation Effect for retreat leaders who are looking to really maximize their learning and their potential to really kick butt in the retreat industry. I am Renee Manning, and today we are going to be talking about this dream dilemma of where to host your first retreat, or maybe it's your next retreat. But regardless of where you are in the process, I think it's really important to be intentional about choosing your location and not just kind of get sucked into the beautiful pictures and the marketing that we see all over Instagram. So, here's what I've noticed that there is a mistake that some retreat leaders have made, and I am one of them, which is that when looking to decide where will I have my retreat? Am I going to do it at the beach? Am I going to the mountains? Am I going to make it this amazing urban experience? Well, regardless of what you decide, you've got to stop thinking first as a travel agent, y'all. We are not travel agents, we are retreat leaders, and start thinking first about our content, right? What is our content that is unique? Is going to best showcase our work as retreat leaders. So, to think this through before we even start getting to mountains versus beach, I want you to take a deep breath, get out your journal, and pay attention to answering this question. What space or location will best suit my content needs? Right? So, what space will best suit my content needs? So, for an example, if your content is that you are an amazing journaling coach and journaling is 100% your jam, well, then you probably need a space that is going to be intimate and cozy and comfortable and have lots of opportunities and places, excuse me, for people to write stuff, to journal, to do the actual work. So, thinking through what's your expertise and how can your space best suit that expertise, the expertise of your content. Hmm. So, then the next thing I want you to think through is who's my client? Who's going to come to this retreat, right? What do they, where are they coming from? What do they want to spend? How long do they want to be at the retreat? So, do you see at this point, you're melding the content that you bring, your expertise, with the reality of who your client is, what they want, what they're willing to spend, and where they want to go. Those factors are super important when considering what you're going to put together, right? So, again, in your journal, I want you to ask yourself this question: what space will best suit my client? That might take a little research. That might take you a minute to come up with. Of course, it's going to be your first or your best sort of, I don't want to say guess. What's the word I'm thinking of? It'll be your a little bit of an informed guess if you've never hosted a retreat before, or if you're doing something totally different, right? You're going to have to make some assumptions, but that's okay. They'll be educated. That's what I was coming up with, an educated guess and how you're going to best serve your content to your client and what space is going to be the maximizer here. And then the third thing I want you thinking about is creativity. How can this space maximize your creativity? Where will you feel the most inspired? Where will you feel the most energized? And let yourself dream, let yourself just kind of play with this notion of abundance and creativity and inspiration. Just see where it takes you. And again, journaling, answering that question: where will I best be served with my creativity and my creative process? So once you do those things, you really think through your content, really get into the mindset and the heart of your client, and then have fun and think creatively. Think about your uniqueness, think about your energy and your inspiration. And when you have some pretty solid thoughts and ideas around this, it's going to point you in the right direction for where you're needing to be physically, in which space, which location is going to best serve you, which is then going to save you tons of time and money. Time researching different places and trying to figure out times and distances and putting together a million options. No, you won't need to do that because you'll have done the work to help point you in the direction of choosing from 3 venues instead of the world of locations. So I'm going to leave you with this thought that your space, the location you choose, is like your support staff, right? Almost like your co-facilitator. Because when it's time for the people on your retreat to stretch or be expansive, you're going to give them that through your space. Like with my journaling exercise, when it's time for them to be in intimate settings, you're going to give them that. And that's going to support you in your whole process so that you know that your space is working for you and it's working with you and it's not working against you. All right, y'all. So that's it for today. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, send me comments. I'm here to support you, my fellow retreat leaders, wherever you are in the world. I hope this content has left you feeling energized and still peaceful. And until next time, thanks for joining me on the Transformation Effect.